Okay, here's a video. It's gotten a little bit darker out today because I've been filming videos, so now that it's later on in the afternoon, like, you can probably see the fire, the flame. So right now I've got my mini heat in here, and I've got this pot stand that I have. I need to get something a little bit better. I don't really like this one, but yeah, this guy put a little hole in there for the line, and I'm gonna fill it up. This is what you need to do: fill it up until it starts to get a little glassy, and then back off a little bit. See right there? And if you fill it up too much and it drips on the line, you'll burn the line, and the line is heat resistant, not fire, so it'll be a problem. So let me put this down for a sec and get a match. So get a little water. I've got my Nalgene bottle with some water. I'm gonna make some coffee, so I'm just gonna fill this up. Put that up here. Okay. Just a side note, these are strike anywhere matches. Don't get the green, unless you're into that. The red, 10 times better. But I keep them in this pill bottle. I got a little piece of striker up there. This is how great they stay light. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but they're out of the moisture. I'm not happy with them. But most of them are the strike on the box kind now, so yeah, I don't really like them. If anybody knows of anywhere you can get the red kind, the original strike on off the box, or whatever you want to call it, strike anywhere, let me know. I'd be interested in buying, 4 or 5 boxes of them just to have. So yeah, alright, so now I got the water. Get my lid on there. Gonna light this in a second. Let me just show you this thing real quick. This is the coffee unit. I'm gonna fill it up with coffee real quick. And this is just regular coffee. I think I have just enough for one more. This is fill it up all the way. So I will do just that. Okay. Made a big mess. So that'll be ready when it comes time. Okay, let's light this puppy up. It's hard to hold the camera. I have a tripod, but it's not. It's one of those mini ones. Okay, so now we're lit. Put this on a little better. Put my water on. Now the thing with this type of stove is to watch the carbon felt wicking material. And when it starts to glow red around there, you can just give it a couple squeezes and it'll resume. So I'll show you when that happens. Alright, get rid of that stuff. As you can see there, we got a pretty good pattern. I think this 10 centimeter Amusa is perfect for this size stove. And if you happen to overfill this and it drips onto this line, just let it evaporate. It's alcohol. It'll evaporate real quickly. You don't want to light it though. You don't want to burn through this line. It's already got alcohol in it, and on top of it, you'll have to replace it. So we'll let this boil up. Let me put this back on here. This is full of coffee. Where am I at here? So put that on, and I'm gonna drink it out of my Snow Peak. So I'll just put this right here. This goes like that. It's got a vent for the hot steam or whatever. I think they say 200 degrees is the perfect temperature for extracting the coffee, so it doesn't have to be scorching hot, but I'll get a rolling boil just to show you the stove. And you can't have coffee without creamer, so this is the type of unit that I have, and it works, but it's not so good for doing stuff on tables. So I'm not going to use that. And then while I'm actually poured the hot water, and I used the lid that I have for the Snow Peak, and use it to keep the heat in. I got my lights on because it's starting to get darker, so I got those 3 lights when I need them. Alright, so now you can see how it's glowing. So just ever so slightly squeeze a little more fuel and it will go away. Unless you want to simmer, then you can pull it back, and that's it. If you want to simmer, you can just do the center area, I guess. I rarely need to simmer anything, so you see when you let go, the bubbles go back. So any excess alcohol is drawn back into the container. I think the remote feed's a good way to go. Now the next thing I need to work on is these handles are obviously going to get really hot, so I just use a pot grabber, and they've been wrapping them with carbon felt here. I've seen some people put fiberglass like they do on the these pots, the bigger pots, wrap it with fiberglass, and then either, I don't know, I've seen people tape it up here and down here. So yeah, these type of vessels have a lot more options. So if someone comes out with any ideas, let me know. So right now it's not really practical to try to pick it up with your hand. So plastic spork, light my fire. My dad bought me a 4-pack of these. It's got a cutting device. I've had one before, but I forgot I had it. I think I have a blue one or something like this one. It's got a fork and a spoon. I've got a titanium spoon and spork. It's got a spoon and a fork, which works pretty good. It folds in half. Okay, so I need to fill it up. So that's about the interval that this little stove has capacity, since it's bottom fed. That's about as much fuel as it will hold in the wick. That's it. Now, if it runs longer like that, it'll end up still looking the same. So it's kind of hard to gauge how much fuel to put in until it just goes away. But like that time, I was squeezing it a little bit longer than I did because I was talking and I wasn't paying attention. But it kind of to me, it looks the same, but yet it, it didn't. It needed more fuel. So the nice thing is if you squeeze just a little bit on this bottle, and then as soon as you see it and back off, it'll instantly suck the fuel back in. This is all the fuel. It's little air bubbles trapped in between that I put in this line that it's drawn back into the container. So it's really nice that if you just let go of it and you watch it steadily, you shouldn't. Well, I haven't yet, but you shouldn't really overfill it. So let that go. Actually, I'm going to turn this off, and then I'll show it come to a boil. I'm not doing a traditional test with a measure and everything, and the time and temperature and all that. Just run it, just to show you what it looks like. And I'll come back when it's boiling.